Hi, Zizaran here with another video. Today is going to be my first impressions to the Season of Blood. So this is the start of day 2 for me, so that means that I've played around 18 hours so far. So a okay session 1, and I'm currently level 62 in World Tier 4. And I've been playing around quite a lot with the Season of Blood mechanic as well, instead of like being in a group and rushing to first 100 this league. So we've already done that. We got the statue. Well, I don't get the statue, I'm on the statue. But anyway, we just wanted to play around with the season mechanic, and that's what we're doing. The World Tier 4 is unlocked. I did that as soon as I hit level 60, and it was pretty easy, and you have quite a lot of access to Elixir of Teeth Death if you're like a little rusty and you're not 100% sure how scary things are. They've been pretty easy to make. I think I make quite a lot more. But yeah, World Tier 4 already, so I have some ancestral gear. And I've been playing a lot with the season mechanic. We've been doing a lot of green Hell Tides. So this mechanic is very similar to Hell Tides. And I've actually just recorded a tutorial on how it works, how to do it, etc. And I quite liked it. It's really good that it like keeps filling up your Grim Favors for Whispers of the Dead. So you're very regularly just passively completing those by engaging with the league mechanic. The league mechanic itself is pretty cool because it has something I really like in games. I'm very like vocal with how good it is to have difficult choices. And my least favorite thing is, well, of course you're going to play this. It's stupid to play anything else, right? It's stupid to do anything else. And while the Hemomancy is kind of that, it's kind of too strong and I'm just clearing with it. So while I'm talking, let's just go to a dungeon. This is the main one I've been farming. And you know what? I've been farming it surprisingly little. I've actually ended up doing quite a lot of both Hell Tides, League Mechanic. Like, what are these actually called? I can't remember if I mean, obviously it has a name. But yeah, Green Helltide and Red Helltide. Been doing both of those quite a lot. And I've been doing some Nightmare Dungeons now. But early on, I was leveling in this dungeon. And I think it'll be perfect for showing off how strong the Hemomancy is. And what's really, really good is that it has a pretty good choice. Like, you have a lot of things that you want to have in there, and nothing is like super like, oh, I must have this, except for Hemomancy. And I very often feel like, man, I want this, but then I lose that. And that is very, very good, in my opinion, when designing something like this. Now, Hemomancy, as you can see, is very, very strong. And also, it says it's supposed to proc on attacks, but it is proccing on anything. Even if I try to portal out of here, if I try to like loot a chest, etc., it'll proc. So, or if I dodge roll, it'll proc. And it one-shots pretty much anything. I haven't done anything crazy to scale it, except like get a lot of life, which is good. I'm a hardcore player, so big fan of life. And on top of that, I've gotten some things like damage with healthy enemies. I'm basically relying on it to one-shot things. And yeah, very, very strong. Quite enjoying it for clearing. Maybe a little bit too strong. It has been nerfed once already. I don't know if they'll nerf it more. A lot of the blood powers are pretty cool. I have other things, like you can see that I am Fortify on a rogue, and that's very good for extra tank. I'm also getting extra life leech, and I'm inflicting like Vampiric Mark, which gives me more damage over time on my enemies. And it's just great for clear. So like already I've cleared this dungeon. This is, people are calling it the dopamine tunnel. And this is one of the things that people are using to level this league. This is very fast to level, but I want to do Nightmare Dungeons because I want to actually level up my sigils and farm Duriel and stuff, right? I actually want to have a strong character. I don't want to just get a level 100 character. And rushing to level 100 kind of soft bricks your character in Diablo because it's kind of hard to recover a character from that. So yeah, I'm already gonna be mostly doing Nightmare Dungeons and upgrading that instead of just focusing on leveling in that dungeon. Obviously, they have added back in the reset dungeon, as we all knew that was coming back anyway. It was the only thing that made sense. And yeah, other than that, what have I done so far? I've killed a world boss. That was a little scary. I actually almost died. And we've gone to World Tier 4. Did that pretty early. So we did Elias at level 60. And yeah, I've been doing some Nightmare Dungeons and a bunch of the League mechanic. And in addition to the other new stuff in Season 2, did manage to try all the bosses like Duriel, Varshan, I remember the name. And yeah, we farmed all of these from World Tier 4, got a bunch of uniques, and killed 3 times Duriel. We'll probably farm that more tomorrow. Got a few cool uniques as well. I got like the damage over time ring with a weird name. Right now, I'm running around with Sky Hunter, which is really, really cool for the hemomancy thing because it's the first direct damage you deal to an enemy is a guaranteed critical strike. So running around that and just one-shotting with a crit now on the entire screen. So yeah, really liked how Duriel was. It was a pretty good fight, pretty tanky. It deals decent damage. We're like level 80 right now when farming it, so it should be pretty easy at level 100. But strong builds can already farm it between 70 and 90. At the moment, I would give Diablo like a 6 out of 10. Honestly, in like a short span, maybe even a 7 out of 10. It's pretty fun for a while. There's just not that much to do, right? Like level 100 is super fast now. People are already level 100. Woody's already level 100 on hardcore. First level 100. Big congrats. And, you know, we just don't have much of an end game yet. It's basically going to be farming Duriel, but this is perfect right now, in my opinion, for like a 1 week game, which is what a lot of people are looking for anyway. There are so many games out right now. So if that's what you're looking for, it's perfect. If you're hoping that this is going to be something for like 2 to 3 or 500 plus hours, then, you know, it's probably not in that state just yet. But what is in the game right now is fairly decently polished. I was a little bit disappointed by the unique buffs, because instead of having like cool things like we got on the Druid Amulet, which kind of shows that, yeah, they get it. They get what a cool unique item is, where it like changes the way a skill works. We're mostly getting like, hey guys, instead of doing this ability, it's now going to be just increasing your damage. And I was like, yeah, I mean, damage is cool, but you know, I love unique interactions. Like something I was really hoping they would do, like the Lilith ring. Okay, guys, we're reworking the Lilith ring completely. Instead of like just doing whatever it does right now, it's gonna give you one of Lilith's skills, right? So you are incentivized to keep dropping different ones. Maybe you didn't get the Lilith skill that you wanted. Like you'll either get like the blood waves, etc. And there are so many like cool things like that where it just changes how something works. Just adding simple things like additional projectiles, chain, ricochet, returning projectiles, like cool interactions like that are things generally people love seeing in RPGs, right? Like reworking how something works. And I hope we see more of that in the future. But either way, for me, I'm somewhere between a 5 and a 7. It is going to be a good game for short bursts, not a good game for continuous play. For me, a lot of like good things like being able to search and stuff, huge quality of life. There's a lot of quality of life options, which I do want to praise them for, but at the same time, these are also things that should have been in at launch and are like basics in every other ARPG. So while they do get some praise for finally doing it, we still don't have a map overlay in the middle of the screen. So I've basically been running around like this, and I cannot believe that they feel like this is more immersive. That's it. This is more immersive than having it overlay in the middle of your screen at all times. It's just, I'm a huge believer in letting the player play the game they want to do in terms of like UI and things like that. So that's always frustrating for me. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. We'll be enjoying it. And my plan, if you're wondering how long I'm planning on playing this season, I already planned for playing it around a week. And then we're going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3 with Steelmate, which I'm very looking forward to. That's currently what we're doing. I hope you guys are having a blast in Season 2. And at least it is moving in the right direction. Is it enough? That remains to be seen. But yeah, I've been having fun so far. And we'll continue to do so until Baldur's Gate 3. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Let me know your thoughts on the season down below. Was it more than you were expecting? Are you excited? Or were you disappointed? But either way, thanks for watching. Sub if you liked the video. But more importantly, try to die less than I do.